welcome back to the White Walker deck tournament. Me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
Hello. And as I'm sure you're aware by now, but just in case anyone hasn't been following, we've been doing a deck tournament where we had 16 players submitting 16 different decks, 2 for each faction, that were randomly allocated to either bracket 1 or 2. These brackets were then randomly paired up. So for example, the Starkfell-Tooth Targ House Red Door deck matchup that you see there was completely and utterly random. We also then randomly allocated the decks to either myself or Richard. So this is all, to make sure that it's completely fair and, as I say, random. So no one, gets a unnecessarily bad setup, a bad matchup on purpose. And we can see here how the brackets will sort of go through. We're currently on bracket 1 on the 4th game. So we've seen the Stark Targ matchup, the Greyjoy Barra and the Martell Lanni, and all of those can be seen on the channel. And this game then is Tyrell Sun, submitted by Aaron Groth, against Night's Watch Alliance, which was submitted by George Ankers.
Old Mother Jankers.
Old Mother Jankers. So it should be a nice, interesting set of decks, I think. Do you have a particular... Well, knowing the decks, you've got an idea of which deck might do better than the other, against the other?
I know I want the Tyrell Sun to win.
Is that because you're playing it?
It is.
Well, in that case, I want the Night's Watch Alliance to win because I'm playing it.
Fine, be like that.
I will. Oh, we also should point out we have a new Patreon.
We do.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Dennis Luke, for joining the team. And
Team.
The team. Patreon team.
Made it sound like we've recruited him to work on our behalf.
Pretty much. I don't know if you realise, but Dennis, you're now going to have to basically edit these videos for us. We don't actually do any editing, it's you guys. Yeah.
We'll send you the files later.
So thanks, Dennis, for joining. Your name is now on the Patreon page at the beginning.
Nice.
Should we have a look at the decks though for today?
Go on then.
Yeah, if we have to.
Yeah, if we have to.
So let's go through the Night's Watch Alliance deck first then. So we've got Alliance, Qohor and Lanni. We can have a look there that there are 40 characters in this deck. So you do need a few extra characters when you've got a 75 card deck. 40? Not enough?
Yeah, seems good.
Yeah.
I really like the aesthetically pleasing 40 character, 20 attachment, 15 locations. The numbers work out nice and round. And also the character icons of intrigue and power are exactly the same, with a little bit left for military, but either way that's pleasing. And the card cost chart is almost like a slide. You climb up and then you slide down. Everything about the graphs and the numbers please me at the moment.
And this, guys, is why he does accounts.
That's not why I do accounts.
You sound like such an accountant though right now.
So yeah, we can see that the Night's Watch deck from George seems to be a Voltron deck, presumably for Jon Snow MOD.
It is, yes.
That's quite nice. It's got a load of support card. Jon's really good when you've got Builders, Steward and Rangers, of which there are quite a few of each here.
But just in case you don't see them all, we do have the Sworn to the Watch, which will give them all the traits.
And you can fetch Sworn to the Watch with any attachment you want to just get rid of with Qohor.
As it is 0 cost.
So that's nice. So some interesting cards here. 3 Doubting Scepter.
Bit random.
Random?
Isn't it? What do they do?
Well, when you win an intrigue challenge, you can sacrifice them to gain a power.
Yeah.
That seems nice. A little bit of extra power gain. Just for winning an intrigue challenge, along with the small council chamber, also gives you power for winning intrigue challenges. So there's a power gain module identified there.
Yeah.
Not just having to win challenges, but if you win green challenges, you can be extra rewarded. You've
also got the Boy King as well. So if you are managing to get military challenges across, then hopefully that'll be able to trigger. Or if your own people are getting killed off, then again that should be able to trigger. And you've got plenty of sort of lower cost characters that you don't mind killing. So, if you do get it out, it's an easy-ish way to get power.
Yep. Another interesting card I identify here is Foreign Small Wood. He's not a card that sees a lot of play at the moment.
He's the one where if you win on defence, you gain a power, right?
That's right, yeah.
You steal a power or just gain a power?
Gain the power. You gain a power for your faction.
Yeah.
So what I like about that is it just disincentivises your opponent to attack you if your board is strong. They're not going to want to do chump challenges at you, and that gives you more power to hit back.
You've also got the Gren with Jon Snow. So Gren can help to sort of steal power and sort of boost your own up a little bit. And there is a one of Seal of the Hand in the deck. So if you've managed to get Seal of the Hand on Jon Snow, you can restand him and steal a bit of extra power if they go into the challenge together.
Yep, and you can do the old Spare Boot Seal of the Hand combo, where Spare Boot stands himself and stands the attachment Seal of the Hand, but because it can't move to Spare Boot, it just stands on Jon, and then you can use it again.
What?
Okay, I'll let you read into that one in your own time. But we also have 3 Maester Raymond, which obviously is important to keep Jon Snow around in the face of Valar Morghulis's. 3 Ranging Party, efficient. 3 Hob, of course, draws loads of cards. Why wouldn't you? Let's point out the Red Keep also from the Lanni. A nice bit of control just to stop anything that might ruin your day. You can cancel it every round.
It's interesting as well because this is the restricted card for the deck. So of all the things that could have been chosen, we've gone for the Red Keep. So George obviously feels that this is a relatively important part of the deck, that he wants to, well, stop your opponent from doing all the mean things.
It looks like Lannister actually bring most of the power gaining extras, with Small Council Chamber, Doubting Scepter and the Boy King. And there's also a Paid Off in there, which also triggers off intrigue challenges. Yeah,
so we've got a little bit of extra focus on intrigue that you normally wouldn't find in a Night's Watch deck, and we can see that in the charts. Look at the charts again with the character icons and your intrigue there.
Yeah, I really like what George has done here. He's he got an idea, Voltron Jon Snow, and he brought something different to sort of put a different spin on it. It's not just win all the challenges; it's win the green challenges specifically for extra gain, which I quite like.
Yeah. Should we have a little look at the Tyrell deck?
Sure.
So this deck then has been submitted by Aaron Groth, and we have Tyrell Sun, which you're playing.
Cool.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
So this, I'm afraid this chart sort of,
I mean, the card cost chart, a bit erratic, doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Decreasing power icon strengths, and yeah, the charts aren't visually pleasing. However, I do like the fact that almost all the locations are 3 of consistency, except the Gates of the Moon, which has at the gates consistency, and 3 of all 3 events. #consistency, which I like.
So it's very consistent.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to see one of each of those cards over the game, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, characters, there are a lot of one-offs, so many in fact that I had to split the characters into 2 boxes because it wouldn't quite fit on the page.
Hilarious.
So with the one-offs, it's not normally an issue, but if you're going up against Valar, it could be an issue.
Yeah. So there are a couple of character cards that are 3 of. Alright. You've got Marjorie Tyrell, Arianne Martell, Green Apple Knight and Half-Light Knight. So of those, only Arianne and Marjorie are unique. And of those, only one of them is likely to stay on the board if all is going well.
Yeah.
Marjorie. So what we have here is basically a Knights and Ladies deck.
Yeah.
Which aim to gain power really fast and win the game within a round from when it's ready to explode. Okay, so you've got a lot of power gain potential there. If you've got 2 or 3 ladies on the board, you can play 6 Maids in the Pool to get a lot of draw, quite a few cards. You've also got Pleasure Barge to draw lots of cards, and the High Tower. So there's quite a lot of card draw things there. All men are fools. The more ladies you have on the board, you win a challenge by 5. They all get a power.
How many ladies have we got in the deck then? So you've got Valerie, Arianne, Brienne, Desmira, Eleanor, Marjorie, Marcella, and Queen of Thorns, right?
Yeah, so that's 8. So we know Marjorie and Arianne are more than a one-off. So there's quite a few ladies that you can have on the board at any one given time. But I think the danger comes with the lady sounds as well. So if you win a challenge by 5 with a knight attacking alone, You can trigger Lady Sanders Rose and all men are fools off the same challenge.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so that's 3 power plus however many ladies you have on the board.
So this could be a really big power jump really quickly.
You can get a lot of power from one single challenge.
Okay.
And with Marjorie, core Marjorie as well, that helps that out because she can boost whoever is attacking or defending by 3.
So the one-off knights then are more just, it doesn't really matter that there's not dupes, it's more...
They're knights, they've
they're
got
knights.
traits. But not only that, they're all quite useful in a way. And with At the Palace of Sorrows, which is the 2 of, not only are you more likely to win alone because the opponent will have to overcommit on defence, but you also have House Flight Knight to get rid of your opponent's big threats. Got a little bit of control there. And you have a 20 for the King, which gives all of your knights renown. So if you're ready to push, or you've gone past your opponent's reset, or you don't think your opponent's going to reset yet, play 20 for the King, all of your knights have renown, and you can close it out with a massive power swing.
So you're a big fan of the plots then?
The plots seem okay to me. You've got the Loans in the Iron Bank, which is, I guess a Valar recovery plot. If you think your opponent's going to reset you and you don't want to counter it with your own Valar Dohaeris, you can just play Loan and just carry on playing cards.
Yeah, I guess At the Gates as well is a good opening plot. And like you say, the Palace of Sorrows are nice if you've got any House Flight Knights in hand, just to sort of get rid of those annoying characters on your opponent's side.
I do worry if you don't set up with the Arbor or the High Tower, you could have a really slow start to the game because you won't want to play your pleasure barges. You're not going to really be able to get enough ladies on the board for 6 maids in a pool. So if you start slowly, I worry a lot that you won't be able to bring back up the tempo quick enough. Yeah,
because there's not actually that much draw in the plots, is there? I mean, all you've already got is At the Gates. So if you're not drawing, if you don't have that High Tower or finding pleasure barges early, it could be an issue. I mean, even pleasure barge, like you say, you don't really want to play them unless you've got a decent economy to sort of counteract that. So yeah, card draw could be an issue, but
I think at the very least you want an Arbor or Red Wine Straits on setup.
Let's go to the game though. So you're on the right then with Tyrell Sun. I'm on the left with my Night's Watch Alliance. Thanks, George. And just thinking about our setups. So I've gone for a ranging party, flea bottom alley, and
small council chamber.
Thank you. Look at that! You're like, yeah, I think it's important to have either the Arbor or High Tower on setup. You got both.
I said Arbor and Red Wine Straits.
Oh. Well, either way, you've got Arbor and High Tower, so...
Yeah, the one thing I'm not so sure about with this deck is the High Tower.
Really?
Good card, but there's a lot of... it triggers 1 per phase on Tyrell characters only. So when you marshal, you kind of have to marshal a Tyrell card. There isn't a lot of Tyrell jump into play during challenges. There's not a lot of Tyrell ambush cards like Old Town Informer, High Tower Spies. None of those cards, or Emissary of the High Tower. So none of those are in the deck. So really you're triggering it once per round for an extra gold in a card, which over the course of a 2 or 3 turn game is fine. Otherwise, if you're looking for it to be a short game, I think it's a bit tempo negative with the amount of times you're going to trigger it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an interesting point actually.
We'll talk about that in the pros and cons.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of this game we will be going through the pros and cons of both decks, how we felt the game went and things. So if you're interested in sort of hearing what we think about what we would change, you can see that at the end of the video.
We both open At the Gates with me with my sexy old art At the Gate because we've run out of 6 normal At the Gates because we have 8 decks and I think 7 of them run At the Gates.
No, we've got 16. Oh yeah, we made
8 decks at a time.
Yeah, 8 for bracket 1, then 8 for bracket 2.
Yeah, the only deck that didn't have At the Gates, I believe, was DK's Dark Fealty, which opened Winter Reserves.
Oh, yes.
So this is the 7th one, because we've only got 2 chapter packs of each chapter pack. So that's 6 At the Gate, and it's still not enough. But
Only.
Gates of the Moon for me and you, so basically I have 2 Arbors now.
Oh, you got the alt art plot and the alt art Gates of the Moon.
True, but that's not an official Gates of the Moon.
It is not. Lucky we've got unofficial ones though.
Yeah, that is true. So your setup seems okay. Seems fine. Small Council Chamber, probably more of a mid to late game card. But it's fine having it early if you can cheese through some intrigue challenges.
Yeah, I think I just played it out just because it worked with the numbers.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you've got to do that on setups.
It looks like you are the first player. You just drew a Green Apple Knight and a Rose Road from your draw there. So you played out a Rose Road. Green Apple Knight seems good if you can get a couple of other knights and you're going first. So you've got a lady. That's Desmira.
Desmira.
Which means that you can trigger the High Tower.
That's nice. Basically, pay 1 for Desmira and the card replaces itself.
Yeah.
Good old High Tower.
What's her text thingy? What does she do again?
After a character is removed from the challenge.
Oh yeah, you can either give +2 strength or -1 strength to someone. Another lady. Guess you're not going for the knights this turn.
I guess not.
So we've got Ariane on the board.
Cletus, he's a knight.
He's a knight.
So yeah, Ariane on the board along with Desmira and Cletus, saving 1 gold. My plan for this turn is to use Ariane on an intrigue challenge, maybe a power challenge, and then trigger her to jump in Darkstar. I have Darkstar.
Oh, okay.
And then he can do a military or intrigue and take away an icon from your ranging party. Probably the red icon, because I'm a little bit weak to military. So I'd maybe like to win the military challenge and then remove your capacity to attack.
Thanks, Han. I think.
What's your plan?
Well, I was just about to say regarding yours. Wouldn't it be nice to put a Tyrell character in so you can trigger the High Tower again?
Maybe. I don't think I have another Tyrell character apart from Green Apple Knights who would have to kneel and not very good at defending military. So I think Darkstar would at least take away the military icon of your ranging party, which means my board will be okay.
Okay, that's fair enough. I knew I had Hob in hand and with a dupe, so I wanted to put him out. I also had Milk in hand, so I was quite pleased when we played Ariane. I was like, perfect target. We'll go with that.
That puts paid to my Darkstar plan. Now I'm looking at my hand again thinking, what are my outs now?
Yeah, I am Qohor, but I don't think I've seen very many attachments apart from Milk. So with regards to Milk, I thought it was important because I figured if you put Ariane on the board, that means you've got a trick that you want to do, and it stops you doing that, but I'm not likely to want to Qohor off of Milk off of Ariane because she's a pretty good character to keep milked.
Yeah, no matter how flexible your agenda might be, it does seem better to keep the Milk on Ariane. What else can you play out here?
Like I say, I think I had a few things in hand, like a few options, but...
Oh, Seasoned Woodman.
Yeah, like I say, good when you're seeing lots of attachments, but I don't think I've seen anything apart from the Milk.
You know what you could have done, babe? You could have milked him.
That seems like a really bad idea. It is worth pointing out, earlier I used the Flea Bottom Alley to put a Hob into play, but I don't normally play Night Swatch, so I didn't realise that you got to draw a card as well. So I had put a Hob out, and then you were like, gonna draw a card? So yeah, if there's...
It has text, Rebecca.
I just thought paying 1 to put out a 3 cost was, basically a King's Road. So I was like, that seems good.
So I guess here, this is just a round where we're going to feel each other out a little bit. A military challenge seemed appropriate for me, because otherwise you're going to do one and I'm just going to die, so I might as well attack you and see if you want to defend it. Yeah. That way, if you do defend it, you hopefully won't hit me. That card in Shadows, I'm pretty convinced is Janos Flint. Yeah. So we'll see if that comes out to be Janos Flint.
Can I give a spoiler?
Probably not.
Oh.
You spoil it if you want.
Nah, that's right. We'll keep it a secret.
Okay.
So you're going in for military. Like you say, you want to try and tempt me to kneel out my military icon.
I do.
but quite honestly, I don't mind because I've got a dupe. And I don't think you're running Morgullis. Simply because...
You saw the plot there.
No, I hadn't seen it at this point. In all the Swiss games, were all... Basically, this was the first time we played any of the decks. And for the most part, I hadn't really looked at the decks. There was a lot of games to play, all right? It took us a little while. So, yes, didn't really know what your deck did. But I thought, like, we'd sort of discussed, and I knew it was like a Lady Knight deck. So I thought it probably wasn't
Ladies Night.
Ladies Night. So there probably wasn't a Morgullis in there. So I've let the military go unopposed. It also means that you've got power for me to steal. I didn't like you doing the intrigue, though. That was a bit annoying.
I figured you can't defend it unless you bring Janos out. I think I might be saying to you right now,
Yeah,
why don't you bring Janos out of the shadows?
I think you literally are.
I said you can get rid of that hob.
Yeah. Yeah, who needs Hob, right? I feel like I had a good card in hand and I was really worried you were going to take it.
Yeah, probably Jon Snow.
Yeah, I think I did have Jon Snow in hand.
So here's an interesting rules question. We trigger the Archivist here. Do I still have to shuffle my deck? We're not sure. Oh, I reread the card. I'm still not really sure. I'm not actually shuffling anything into my deck, but we decided to shuffle anyway.
So yes, if you know whether you should shuffle your deck, if you're not actually putting anything into the deck with the Citadel Archivist, free to leave us a comment, let us know. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
You did say that you could, message someone to find out, but then you said can't be bothered.
Yeah. I could message Colin, but nah, fuck that, can't be asked.
Yeah, don't want to initiate a conversation with someone, right?
Ugh.
Goddamn people.
Human beings are the worst.
Your favourite catchphrase.
So the military coming at me as unfortunately expected.
Yeah, it had to be done, right? I mean, I was going to kill off a character. The board's quite small anyway.
Killing Cletus. I know there's more Ariane in the deck. No point in killing her off.
Nope. And then I was interested to see if you would let me have the intrigue or the power. Looks like you didn't want to lose the intrigue, so it's the power that I'm winning, which I don't mind because power's how you win games.
You can win the power in the early game. I'm not too bothered. Just means there's more for me to steal later.
You wish. Cool.
That was round one. You smashed it. 4-1.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
We've got standing, taxation. I was like, can I draw my cards yet? And you're like, no, you need to do taxation first. Like, can I draw my cards now?
Yeah. You know what? Every time you've got Hob, I say, right, so dominance is mine. And you're looking at Hob going, can I? I'm like, no, not yet.
I don't want to miss it.
It's not the tax phase yet, damn it. Standing and Hob, no. Taxation, put your gold away.
It's like the prince that comes too late. It's like, I don't want to miss that action. Because especially on the Iron Throne, like, I just click buttons. Because I'm like, just skip, I want to get to the next bit. And then like, oh, fuck, I needed that bit. I get really cross with myself when I miss stuff.
You know what? I've watched a lot of World Cup games on the Iron Throne, and so many people misclick.
Oh, yeah. Was it Sebastian Eckel? Was it his game yesterday we saw, and he accidentally made his opponent first, which just basically screwed up his entire plot phase?
Yeah, he'd fallen from favour into Valar de Harris, and he made his opponent first, which means they could trigger the Valar de Harris, and then he had to fall from favour afterward.
Yeah.
So, but then he said misclick. So, I mean...
I think it's easily done on the Iron Throne. That's why I'm glad we're doing this tournament, on the table.
It is, but I don't like it on the Iron Throne. If it was a competitive Iron Throne game in a tournament, and you said to me, oh, sorry, I misclicked, can I take it back? I'll be like, no, don't misclick. Just click when you mean to click, and don't misclick. Yeah,
but there's so many action window thingies that pop up, and it's just like, skip back!
That's your problem.
Yeah, but I get impatient.
If I misclick, I just live with it. I don't even mention it. I just let people think I'm a shit player, alright? So if you misclick, just deal with it. Don't try and take it back. It's annoying. Right, anyway.
Wow, that was a little bit harsh.
Well, yeah.
You do realise in this little deck tournament, I do so many takebacks.
I know! I do take back, but it's different in real life.
Yeah, because I can be like, I'm gonna cry if I don't have this take back, and you're like, oh my god, Jesus, just take it back, and I'm like, oh yeah.
That was only in the start game. Okay, so
I'm not quite that bad.
I played Name Day Tourney.
You did.
Which is when a knight wins a challenge attacking or defending alone. I can trigger the plot to give a lord or a lady a power.
Yep, really good with all those knights on your board.
Fuck you, man. And you played something.
Prince that came too late.
Ah, the Jon Snow plot.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think I've got Jon Snow in hand, but I prefer to get him for basically free and then just dupe him next round, so...
You even got the Aemon out to save from a possible reset.
Yeah, I didn't think you had Valoran, but I thought, I better just have him just in case. Because if you do somehow kill him when he comes into play in the next plot phase, I'll be very sad. Yeah, you got a knight.
It wouldn't be like the Bower and the Greyjoy game from a couple of videos ago where I print Bob in and then just here to serve for Kerwin.
It's for you, man. What's this bullshit hand? You got 2 Lady Sansa's Rose.
And 2 All Men Are Fools.
The fuck's that?
That is what's going to get ya.
Oh my god. So you got a Green Apple Knight, Night Summer, and Dark Star? Which means you've got 3 knights, right?
Yeah, although it left me only 1 gold for 1 Lady Sansa's Rose, because if I'd have been able to have 2 gold, then I could have triggered...
Did you trigger the High Tower?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Then I could have triggered both Lady Sansa's Rose on 2 different challenges for 6 power, Name Day Tourney for 8 power, All Men Are Fools possibly for 9-10 power.
That's disgusting.
But as it is, I can only play 2 All Men Are Fools and 1 Lady Sansa's Rose. Should I win challenge by 5 or 2 different challenges?
I was going to say, like, hold your horses, I might...
Because they are max 1 per challenge, as is Lady Sansa's Rose.
I've got, like, a ranging party. That's a big bod. Not going to get through that.
I've got Stealth, which can also remove an icon.
Shh. Stop making sense.
And I've got Summer Plot, so Night of Summer gains renown.
Great.
So there's a lot of potential if I can play the challenges right. Now, I've never played this kind of deck before because actually I hate night decks. So when I actually got through this one, on the inside I was dying. I was like, for God's sake, not only is it Tyrell and Martell, but it's knights.
What are your favourite combinations?
Yeah, I'd rather be playing your deck.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your boards right now, I'd happily swap because I'm just sitting here at the moment just saying, like, Richard, what the fuck do I do with this?
The good thing about the Knights deck is, though, it's making me play in a way I'm not used to playing. So I'm having to try and sequence which challenge I can win by 5 to get all the effects, which is something I'm not really used to doing.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, one of the nice things about this tournament for us, so thanks guys that sent your decks in, is it's a lot of decks that we would normally not play. You know, as most of you know, Richard's obviously a Martell loyalist now, and I generally play a lot of Stark, so having to sort of play all these different deck types and, you know, like try out all the different factions and things, it's actually been quite good fun.
Yeah. The one interesting thing I tried to weigh up with this deck is the Green Apple Knights. Obviously, they like to attack with others, really, if you want to win challenges. You're not going to win challenge alone. That doesn't really correspond with my plot. But All Men Are Fools is a card I can still play, winning by 5. And removing the power icon from the ranging party allows me to...
Military icon removed.
Yes, that's what I meant. What did I say?
It's a power icon. It's okay.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, by removing the military icon means that you're definitely going to get through a military with the Green Apple Knight on their own.
Yeah. So this was an intrigue 1 by 5.
Yeah. So you played All Men Are Fools.
Yep.
To get the power on the 2 ladies.
2 ladies, there are 7 or 8 in the deck. It's not a great deal of power, but I figure it scares Rebecca and I might have a better chance to win challenges by 5, given that Jon Snow is likely to hit the board.
Yep, so you've done the military, I think just with the Night of Summer, didn't you?
Yep.
So that you could play out Lady Sansa's Rose.
Yep.
I was just like, what the fuck?
And an All Men Are Fools.
Yeah. Look at this. What is this bullshit? You've not even done your actual claim or anything yet.
There's a Name Day Tourney.
Unopposed. Yeah.
Name Day Tourney, Renown.
So, at the beginning of this round, you started on 1 power. It was 4-1. It's now 4-11.
Yes, it is.
Do you want to, say anything about this?
Yeah, I'm going to take a power from you as well.
Normally, at this point, I'd be like, I'm just going to let you have that. But considering the fact you're only 4 away, I feel like I need to block it now. So, annoyingly, I've had to block that.
That's good, because it means you can't win one on the swing back.
I was a little bit concerned about your sudden influx of power. And you get Dom. So yeah, that was a good round.
It does sort of coerce into a reset though, but I thought actually it's a good time to play it because you're unlikely to want to play any kind of reset putting Jon Snow on the board. Assuming you do go for Jon Snow and then don't just put out Craster and then play Valar Morghulis, because that would be a great play.
Yeah, it would be quite funny. Was there Valar Morghulis in this deck, the Night's Watch? Can't remember now.
I don't think there was. I think it was just Valar de Harris.
Yeah.
But that would be funny. Put Craster into play, Valar Morghulis the board, and then I'm like, oh, all my power's gone, even if the characters come back. That's 9 power.
That seems like a wonderful idea. Let me just double check that Night's Watch one. Yeah, Valar D. No Valar M.
So you've triggered your hob, eventually. So what do you think you'll play here?
I need some sort of reset. So I've gone for Valar D.
Yep. I also thought you might play some sort of reset. So I thought I would play Lone to play more cards out.
Yep. I think I had to,
I
considering your power gain.
Because even if you don't play Valar D, I've still played Lone, so I'm going to put more and more characters out.
Yeah.
Are you going to win challenges?
I decided to keep Aemon and Jon just because my board's a bit slow, and I thought, well, you can relatively easily win military challenges, so at least Aemon sort of helps with a bit of that claim soak.
Presumably you have a duplicate for Jon?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't know. I think maybe I should have kept Hob at this point because he was helping me with my card draw.
Either
than
way,
Aemon.
he'd probably go for my House Flaunt Knight.
Yeah, that's true.
That I've just drawn.
So
You're 2 dupes for Jon. You're not worried about military claim.
I had a dupe for Jon previously, and then I drew another dupe. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bothered keeping Aemon. Maybe I should have kept Hob. But as you said, then he would have been more susceptible to.
No power in your small council chamber.
No, not want an intrigue yet. Got a little builder. How much gold you've got? You're just stealing my gold because
I've got a mountain of gold.
You get so many.
How much do I get? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 gold. And it's not even a trade route's turn.
Who needs trade routes, eh?
Not when you've got a loan.
Not when you've got a loan. I can't remember what else is in my hand at the moment that I want to play out. I have been showing my hand, but I've not been paying much attention.
Craven.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to put it on. I decided to go with the Green Apple Knight just because... What the hell are you doing?
I'm failing hard.
He's such a loser. Yeah, I thought I'd put the Craven on Green Apple Knight because obviously they don't kneel to attack with all your knights. I had another Hob, so that was good. And a Builder of the Wall. Is that Builder of the Wall? No, not Builder of the Wall. Shadow... Help me! What's it called?
Shadow Tower Mason.
That's it. You're like deliberately not telling me.
Okay. Well, you've got 2 traits there that will help Jon. You've got the Builder, which will give Jon stealth, and you've got the Stewards, which will give Jon insight, but you don't have a Ranger, so he will not have Intimidate, because that would be super handy going first. Being able to intimidate stuff down.
I wasn't sure at this point whether or not to play out the Yoren, because you didn't have anything for me to steal, but I decided to use the look how excited I am. I decided to use the Flea Bottom Alley after all to chuck Yoren in. And then I forgot it. It means that I've got to draw a card. So I got the card and it's like, whoo! And then looked at my goal to see what I'd got and then decided not to play it.
Damn.
How many? You've just got like a handful of pleasure barges.
Yeah. Sex boats are the way forward. I played a sex boat to draw 2 more sex boats from something else.
Oh yeah.
That's the way it is.
You and your sex boats. You're obsessed.
House. Flower. No.
I was
Who do you
like,
want to get rid of?
yeah, which one, Richard?
Well, Hob can fuck off.
So I was kind of pleased that I did put that other character in, the Aaron. It meant that I had a little bit more stability on the board and an extra intrigue icon.
Yep.
Seeing as I lost my Hob.
I trigger the High Tower, which is nice. Can't believe I remembered. Red wine straight, just for a bit more gold because I've been running short lately.
Yeah.
Ariane,
We needed to counter the
Martel.
pleasure boats, right?
Indeed.
Not doing very well with the old attachments here, am I?
So I played 6 maids in the pool, so I can draw 2 more cards. Not ideal, but I don't have any more ladies in hand. I seem to have a handful of locations
In events.
yeah. Which is definitely the wrong end of the deck, because the deck isn't overpopulated with, an inordinate amount of non-characters.
Still, you managed to spend most of that insane amount of gold. You've only got 4 left.
Yeah, where'd it go?
What did you pay for? You got Ariane, Housefront Knights, they're 5 each, that's 10. Then you've got the Red Wine Straights, that's 2.
I mean, I could have played something else, I think, and marshalled Ariane and Half-Florent Knighted something in later. But I wanted to trigger the High Tower.
Seems fair. You can always trigger Ariane to put in a Tyrell card if you have one in hand.
Yep.
So basically, can I get my spoiler yet?
No.
Oh.
What spoiler? The Shadow.
The Shadows card.
Do it.
I've got a plan. Richard.
Cool, what's your plan?
That make you sad.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, basically...
Bring out a forest patrol.
Basically, what I need to do...
Daggers in the dark.
...is I need to get rid of one of those bloody power-filled shitbags on your board.
So you're going to ruin the surprise and tell us you're going to pinch it.
No, I need to win by 5 military input.
From Shadows? To be fair, I didn't see that coming.
No. But now, basically, this is why I'm taking so long. Because I'm trying to figure out how can I win either an intrigue or power by 5 so I can trigger pinch. Which is quite difficult, and the only character I've got a half decent stats is John.
Yeah, you basically got to win it with John, right?
Yeah, I have to use John. And then really, I kind of need to use others as well. Because I've got stealth, so I can kind of like stop a bit happening. But I can't stealth Ariane because you'll just swap her out and put someone else in or something.
No, I think I'd want to use her first.
So I think I stealth the...
I think you're like, oh, I've got Intimidate. And I'm like, you don't have Intimidate, do you? And you go, oh, right, I better put these extra ones in as well then. I didn't have any idea I was being played.
So you just kneel. There's an arrow, which is perfect.
Oh.
Yay! I got him! Got him!
You do know he's no attachments, right?
You said this to me after the game, and I was just like absolutely devastated because I thought that I cheated on camera. You little shitbag. He's not no attachments, just for clarification, in case anyone was wondering. It was Richard trying to wind me up. I was so happy I got that pinch off. I was like, I need to do this. I need to get the pinch, otherwise I'm just screwed. So you've gone down. You was on like 13 power earlier, now you've gone down to 6. And now that was a power challenge, so you're going to go to 5. Come on, that was good. I got rid of like so much power off of you. It's like 8 power I got rid of this turn.
I suppose I should give you a medal.
Yeah, I want a medal. You're going to make me a medal?
I'm not, no.
Oh. Can I just have some credit?
It's 5-5 again.
I know, right?
I'm so proud.
I know, I feel like I did really well that round. Like the sadder I am.
At least you're trading off that craving on my Green Apple Knight. Now I've only got 2 knights on the board for probably a Milk and Ariane again.
Yeah, well, I know there's 2 milk in the deck. So, yeah, Milk and Ariane seemed like the best shout. I think the only thing with Qohor is, because obviously one of the things that we say about these deck tournaments is pick up and play. But Qohor, I think it's the kind of deck where you can't just pick it up and play it. So I must admit, I did have the attachment list next to me during this game, just to keep an eye on what attachments I could go and grab, because I didn't want to, chuck something off to go and get something that doesn't exist. Although apparently I can't find what I'm looking for. Although I might have just been reminding myself.
This is a good opportunity to look through my deck.
Yeah. This is what's actually in my deck. Surprise! But yeah, the Milk and Ariane seems like a good shout, I think.
Limiting my high tower trigger. So I was thinking, well, I could just put the Knight of Summer back out into play when it's my turn.
That was my concern.
Get a high tower trigger.
High tower trigger, get your... Is there a renown? Oh no, you won't have renown, he's not summer.
Yeah, correct.
But in any case, I was feeling quite pleased with myself after that challenge. I was a little bit smug. It's like, look what I did. Got him. I know, I'm a saddo.
It's fine, you're enjoying the game and that's what you want.
Yeah. Thanks, George.
Yeah, thanks, George.
Yeah, making my wife happy. How dare you? That's my
job.
That's my job.
So we've got an intrigue
one
on defense. A Lady Sanders Rogue intrigue on defense. Thanks for the power.
What the fuck? I just got rid of it all. When you played that, I was like, seriously. What have I got? Pinched, paid off, and Thorin.
That's not a great hand.
Not ideal. Look how much power I took off you, and you're already back up to 10.
Thanks. I'm sure I've accrued, at least 18 power this game. Intrigue is good. Get another character out your hand, or a card, sorry, I should say.
Yeah. Just as long as you don't take the pinch, so I can totally fool you next turn again.
I would totally not expect the pinch. Oh no.
And then it turns out it's Channel Slint.
Damn, that would surprise me.
So, looks like I don't want to just let you get loads of unopposed shit. I decided to kneel out Aemon. I think I was debating whether or not to let you win Dom.
Bye-bye, pinch.
Yeah, that was sad.
I think knowing your hand now, I'd prefer to take Thorin. Make sure you don't get intimidated on Jon.
Yeah, I think Thorin was one that I got from... maybe from the Flea Bottom Alley?
Yeah, fortunately, I think the remainder of my plots are pretty initiative heavy. So there are 2 Palace of Sorrows, which are 7 initiative, and the Valar Dohaeris, which is a 5 initiative, and 20 for the King, which is 8.
Yeah, I think, thinking back now, I think I should have put out that paid off onto one of your characters. I didn't play it because I was thinking that I wanted to try and do it as a surprise, but with hindsight, I should have played it out because then that's something that I could have cohorted.
True. Very true. I think that might be one of the best advantages of it, and that's why Widow's Wail and Paid Off are in the deck, because they are ambush.
Yeah, I think, like I say, with hindsight, I should have done that.
Well, when you win, you can show us how you do it in the next game.
Oh yeah.
What?
Hey, I knocked you down like 8 power last game. I can do it again. Last round even.
An Arbor and the Queen of Thorns is my draw.
Cool. I mean, Queen Thorn seems alright. Another lady, she's got stealth, isn't she?
I don't have many events left.
This is where you just play out your own pinch.
I like the way you back down to Jon and Aemon again.
Yeah. No.
Best buds.
Yeah, again, I'm not convinced that was the best option. I think I should have left the
Builder?
Shadow Castle Mason, and the Builder instead of Aemon, because they have power icons. And that might have been nice, but I didn't. So never mind.
It's true, but then you've given up your stealth on John for the insight. Have you triggered an insight on John?
I think I did that last round.
Shame he's got no tools to restand at this moment.
Mm.
Because that might prove handy for you.
Yeah, he's got a Boy King on him though. He's King John.
Boy King John.
Boy King John.
Spoiler. He now has Intimidate because Gren.
Mm.
I mean, you can ambush paid off later and swap that into Sworn to the Watch.
Yeah?
To give him all the traits and it doesn't matter who you have on the board.
Good thinking, Batman. You got a lot of gold there.
I do. Thanks for noticing.
Oh, I think at this point I'm basically debating because I've got Cruster and Thorin plus the paid off. I can't remember what the other card is. Basically, I think I had 3 characters to choose from, but I could only play one of them. And I couldn't decide which one of those characters was best for me to play.
Have you got one with a power icon?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Mm.
I mean, I only have a 2-strength power icon myself. But if you stay ahead in the power icon stake, so you decide to put out Crestitute.
Yeah, I can't actually remember my reasoning for that, but that's what was done. And it might be because I was thinking about the paid off, but then quite honestly, you've got so much friggin' gold. If you're not left with the gold, I would be very surprised.
Does paid off work on defense, Rebecca?
Let me consult my memory.
You're going to consult your memory. I'll leave you to it then. Play Marjorie, trigger the high tower.
Yes, it does.
It does indeed. So if I do a weak intrigue challenge at you, you could overcommit, ambush paid off onto something else. Assuming I spend all my gold, which is not taken for granted here, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be quite impressed if you managed to spend all of that. More ladies. Which is the one, All Men Are Fools? Is it All Men Are Fools I put on the ladies?
Power on ladies, yeah.
Yeah. How many All Men Are Fools? That's 3, right?
Yeah.
You only seem to play 2, right?
Yeah.
You got another one? Okay. That's good.
3 knights, good for the GAC. 3 ladies, good for 6 maids and AMAF. And LMAO. ROF, LMFAO. All those characters.
Stop doing all the little ones, acronym thingies.
Oh, they're not. I was just doing LMAO, like laugh my arse off. And ROL, LMFAO, blah, 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 blah.
You just like confusing me.
Standard.
Just because it's easy doesn't mean you should do it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. Is there anything I can do here?
Yeah?
Oh, I'm just going rah.
You've got Intimidate.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, rah! I'm gonna get ya! And you were like, nah.
I don't really fancy being intimidated. I don't want you to steal my power with Gren. I don't want to kill stuff to claim, because I think you've spent your reset already. So I decide to overcommit and defend.
When you picked up your cards and I was like, you better not have something.
Surprise!
It's like, just one challenge. I just wanted to win one challenge. My power total hasn't changed since turn 1. It was 4 at the end of turn 1 and it's still 4. It's so depressing.
True, you haven't progressed in the game at all, Rebecca.
Just a terrible human being.
I've decided to let this go so I can win a challenge or two.
Yeah! Well, I'm going to pay it off you. Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Be paid off.
And then I was like, oh.
Like, okay, I accept your bribe, have the money.
And look, I won a challenge. I won an intrigue challenge.
A 2-claim intrigue challenge.
Oh yeah, because it was win or die, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I defended the military.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. And then I was like, yeah, now I'm going to Qohor. What are you going to do about it, bitch?
What did you Qohor?
I got rid of the paid off.
Good. Nice play.
Yeah.
Show my hand there, which just seemed to be like all location.
Yeah, I think it was just like 3 arbor or something. Well, maybe not 3 because we've got 1 on the board. 2 arbor.
Nice math.
This is why you do my accounts.
Red wine straight.
So I think I'm considering a Craven here, because it stops you from doing 2 challenges.
Yeah, I understand that. Makes sense.
Although, thinking about it, I should have put it on the other one, because if I put it on the other character, I think I win Dom then.
You got some gold on that pot there.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. I can't remember now.
Yep, 1 power challenge. Unopposed claim. You're back down to 4 power. Just using the wrong one.
Oh no, I've got 5 looks. I've got 1 on my location.
Oh yeah. You screwed that right up.
I know, I can't believe I left myself with too much power.
You're going to have to go and fix that. Don't worry, viewers, by the time you see the video, it will be fixed. And this conversation will seem like we're just bantering about something that's irrelevant. Don't worry about it.
There was a reason I hadn't mentioned it.
Mind wipe. This is not the power you're looking for.
Basically, guys, I forgot to add the total to the powers because of the one on my location. But I fixed it
She's
by now.
fucked it up.
But I fixed it by the time you watch this. So it has absolutely no relevance, but Richard decided to point it out and make it relevant. So
20 for the king!
I played here to serve for no particular reason.
Yeah, what was your thinking here?
Oh
Maester
yeah!
Mullen! I'm going to stop Marjorie Tyrell from doing a power challenge.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit screwed. Especially, what the heck?
2 knights, yay!
Foss away in Knight of Flowers. Gosh darn it, that's my draw.
Doubting Scepter.
Fucking
Classic.
got this, mate. Got it. Oh, I bet you're trembling in your boots.
Well, I didn't see your hand because I wasn't looking at the battery through the camera lens when you showed it.
I'm pretty sure I just told you what it was.
You might have done. Like, look, my hand's terrible. You're going to win this round. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm going to do the best I can to win this round.
Well done, Richard.
You're welcome. The Carnigate of Flowers.
Yeah.
Trigger the high tower. Gain a gold. Draw a card. Quentin Martell. Another knight. Already got renown. Cool.
And another knight.
You know, because he's got a knight trait. What have you got?
I've got a doubting scepter.
Shit, man.
And you know what?
I'm terrified.
John's going to be sworn to the watch.
Yikes. He's got all the traits.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Probably an all-in military challenge to get 6 men down. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to Mullen that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah.
You should Mullen the power challenge, because power challenge is how you win the game.
I'm like, I'm going to Mullen that one.
I hope that was just Bance.
It was definitely.
I don't think it was Bance. I think you thought that was the best option.
Yeah, I totally thought that that was the best option. You were like, do a challenge with 6 characters. Defend with Gwen.
Cool. I win.
So I didn't want to let you just win unopposed. So claim. Got to claim first. I'm going to claim John, but I'm not going to save him.
Wow, that's petty.
Yeah.
That is petty.
Yeah.
Well done.
Stupid John.
Yeah, but it's like draw because you've got 2 cards now.
Yeah, I could have killed a little one and then I'd have been able to get a power on him with Boy King. But no, I didn't. Instead, I decided to make sure you get all of your renown. So you went on 20.
You're welcome.
He totally smashed it.
Surprise.
That was good. That was fun. Right, let's go through what we liked.
Alright, let's go through what we like.
So starting off with the Night's Watch deck then. So in general, you know, it's been pointed out that Richard finds the grass very pleasing.
I do.
Yeah, because, you know, also the character location attachment numbers were all nice and rounded and even and shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
40.
40, 20, 15.
15.
Yeah, nice and easy to remember.
Nice.
It was quite fun to play. It was just a shame we couldn't quite get the Voltron John going. Didn't quite see enough attachments in the game.
Yeah, you did seem to be a bit short on attachment, but, you know, it looks like they would do work once they're out.
Yeah, I feel like I just maybe didn't quite see the bits of the deck that I needed to see. I don't know if that's because the draw isn't as much as possibly needed, or if it was just a case of I got unlucky. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's fun to play, and it would have been nice to get John going properly. But maybe in another game.
Yeah, maybe.
So there was lots of ways to gain power in this deck. So obviously your normal ways, but then you did have the Doubting Scepter, Boy King Gren, and Small Council Chamber.
Sounds like you said Boy King Gren.
Boy King Gren.
It's ironic because he cannot be Boy King Gren.
Because there's no attachments.
Correct.
You could always milk him and then put the attachment on him.
How can you milk him when he's no attachment to
You
that
could
weapon?
you could nightmares him and then milk him and then Boy King him.
So, the plots.
Yeah, so having here to serve with the Prince that came too late is a nice little combination. Means that, you know, you can go and grab your John, and then here to serve to grab a Maester, Maester Aemon, just in case you think they're running Valar. But if you do have a problem with your Aemon, you can go and get Maester Mullin as well. So if for whatever reason you can't get Aemon, you can get Mullin instead. So it's nice that there's another option. Because sometimes you find with these plots that you don't have another option. It's like Time for Wolves. Like, there are a lot of decks where you're playing Time for Wolves, but you've only got Summer as a choice. So if you don't have Summer, that can be a bit of a, well, dead plot really, isn't it?
True.
Innit?
True, innit?
Attachments. Attachment range is good. You've got at least 2 options in every cost slot apart from Sworn to the Watch. But if you've got Sworn to the Watch, you probably want to keep that out because you want to keep that out on John. The one thing that we weren't so sure about with this was, as it says, there's not many like mid-rangey kind of characters, is what you were saying as well, right? Like, if you don't have John out, there's not many other characters that sort of really carry the deck as such.
No, you've got ranging parties that are okay mid-range body, but they're not going to do the heavy lifting like John. Like, there's nobody else with a nice ability or something like that. So, I
mean, I guess you've kind of like Bowen Marsh and Cold Hands. So these are like options, like for sort of mid-rangey kind of things. That you can go and grab a Prince, for example, if there's a problem getting John. But again, I mean, I guess Bowen Marsh is the only like sort of other biggish character that would be maybe worth it.
Yeah, when you look at the other Qohor decks, like the Lanni Stag one, you've got Cersei, and in case no Cersei, you've got Jaime, and you've also got the option to pounce up any chuds like Pylas or some Maces. So there's quite a few backup little Voltron that get your deck moving, but you don't really have that with this kind of deck.
Yeah. I did feel that maybe you could just drop the Alliance, make it Qohor. Not sure Lanni brought enough, and without the Lanni, it makes the deck a little bit more consistent because it's easier to find things. What are my thoughts?
How about Tyrell then?
Let's have a look. So, Tyrell, well, you played this one. You want to talk us through?
Yeah, I like the deck. It's nice, even though it's Tyrell and Martell. The deck was cool. I liked it had focus on knights and ladies and nothing else that was kind of just a good card but didn't really fit in the theme. So all the cards kind of fit the theme, quite like that. The events were good, 3 of each, nice and consistent. And yeah, 6 maids in a pool. It was nice to see that, along with All Men Are Fools. I'd hoped to see that more since the new restricted list came out. And we did that. It provides consistent draw and power gain.
Yeah, I mean, there's 12 ladies in the deck. 12 lady cards, shall we say. Some of those are duped.
Okay.
So, you've got plenty of ladies to potentially have on the board to be able to play the maidens. Was it maidens in a pool? That's not the high.
6 maids in a pool.
6 maids in a pool. There you go. So yeah, you do potentially have 6 maids that you could have on the pool or on the board to get the cards for.
Sweet. Locations are good. I like the consistency of everything being a 3R except Gates of the Moon, which you find with the block. Hightower is the only thing I was a little bit on the fence with because the volume of Martell characters, but with Ariane being the 3-odd Martell character, you can trigger Hightower generally twice a round.
Yeah.
If your draw is going, and there's plenty of draw in the deck, which is good because you've got the Pleasure Barges, you've got the Hightower, you've got 6 maids in a pool, so that's good.
Yeah, seems fair. So like you say, like with the Hightower, I think the thing that we found was that you have to work just a little bit harder with Hightower because you have that mix of Martell and Tyrell characters. It's not just going to be a case of I play a character, it doesn't matter what the character is. You have to really think about, okay, I want to play a Tyrell character in this marshalling phase, or make sure that you've got something that you can jump in with Ariane.
Yeah, there's no Shadows card that you can pop out in a different phase to get the Hightower trigger. There's no ambush cards. So yeah, it's all just Ariane or marshalling, which is fine because you still get 2 gold around and 2 cards if you do that.
Yeah. I think it's a bit of like a two-way thing. So one of the things that was quite fun in the game was just seeing how much power it can suddenly explode and grab.
Yeah, just a couple of events and bam, 10 power.
Exactly. At the same time, with this, it can be a bit glass cannon-y. You might sort of go all out and then someone might just reset you by playing Valar Morghulis and then your board is just meh.
Yeah, in the game, maybe I did it too early. If I'd have done that at 6 power, then game over. So perhaps it's a matter of timing.
Yeah, because I guess that did give me a round to basically knock 8 power off of your total. You still won on 20, so...
Yeah, but I took the opportunity to do it in that round before you had John, so it would have been harder to do.
Yes, this is very fair. As I mentioned, Valar Morghulis is possibly an issue for this deck.
That could have hurt. Yeah. Again, like we mentioned, if you'd have hit Prince for Crash Down and played Valar Morghulis, that would have been really sad.
With so many one-offs, it's unlikely you're going to be able to dupe everyone if you want to. So yeah, I think it's easy to sort of lose a load of characters that way. And if you've seen your opponent opposite you with like 4 power on each character, but no protection, it's kind of tempting to Valar. The only other thing that I was thinking was, again, if you're sitting there with 4 power on a little character, that'd be really sad if someone stole it, right?
Yeah, if you're playing against Ward, you'd definitely try and put the power on a 5 cost knight, or if it's a lady, you try and do it toward the end of the game before you can be done by that. But luckily, playing against Night's Watch Lion, there wasn't that much danger.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to say about either of the decks?
No, wrap it up.
Okay, so that was bracket 1 completed then. So the next set of 4 games you see will be from bracket 2.
Nice.
And on bracket 2 we will show the sort of winnings in bracket 1 as well. So if you've not seen the rest of bracket 1 yet, I'd watch that before you watch bracket 2. If you'd like to support the channel, you could do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers, and we will be back with bracket 2, game 1 as soon as we can.
Fantastic.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.